Hey everyone, it's Ash, and today I'm working on a really cool booking. And while I was in the middle of it, I realized, you know what, this would actually be a really good training. So I'm going to show you something that is going to be considered advanced in the world of VAX. So today I am working on a group trip that's going to require 3 reservations. I'm already on the second one, so I'm just going to show you how I do that one. But this is not your normal booking, guys. Listen, they're coming from 3 different locations. Let me show you. They're coming from, no, that's the first one I did. One from Houston, one from New Orleans, and then one from Washington. So I'm going to do 3 different flights that are coming from 3 different places, all going to Cancun, and then I'm going to price quote it for these 2 resorts, all in one booking. What does that mean? So one reservation will have 3 different people coming from 3 different places, all going to one place and sharing one hotel room. Yeah? This is really advanced booking in VAX. So this isn't something that happens on a normal basis, but I wanted to show you the capabilities that you actually do have as a travel advisor, because this saves them a ton of money, gives them a deposit option for resort, flight, and transfers, and they can also go in and add travel insurance, etc. I'll explain all of that, but it's just a great way to kind of combine it for everybody. So it's great for groups who want to leave from different cities. So I'm already in VAX. I'm going to use FunJet today, so I chose that one. And then I'm going to do not the usual flight and hotel. I'm actually going to do multiple origin air with a shared hotel. So it's not going to look like your typical setting. It's actually going to go in and kind of build it like a cart, and then we're going to check out. And this first one that we're doing is from IAH. So I'm going to put Houston. It shows up as hobby, but we're going to do IAH. It's going to go to Cancun. I'm going to do the Cancun and Riviera Maya to kind of open it up. One adult is only leaving. I know there's 3 total, but for right now we're going to just do one adult and then we'll add the other 2. And the dates that I'm booking them for is actually going to be December 15th through the 19th. Oh, not December, January, sorry. 15th through the 19th. All right. So while it's loading, you can technically do up to 8 people in a reservation, and you can do 8 people in this scenario too. So like, let's just say you have 4 leaving from one place and 4 leaving from the other. You can build the flights out like that and then do like 2 shared rooms or, something. You can do all of that, but today I don't have that big of a booking. Well, actually I do, but I have 9 people. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to break it up into 3 reservations because it's just too complicated for me to try to put 8 in one reservation and then add 1, right? So I'm going to show you the second version of that, but I did have 3 total. Now, after you hit search, like I said, it's like a card. It's not like the hotels and the flights will automatically populate. So we're going to build it out. And then when we build it out, we'll hit checkout, confirm, and then go to the next one, put another flight, and then the hotel for all 3 of them at the end. So outbound flights. Then for my clients, they want nonstop. We do not fly Spirit. So we're going to go in and find the one that matches the prior reservation that I already built, which was going to be 9:34 to 12:54. Now this one's leaving from Houston, so I should be able to mimic that. Yep, there it is. Now, I will tell you something. In this scenario, non-refundable flights do not work. If you add it as a non-refundable flight, it will make the deposit due the same day. It will not let you add any more flights because it wants you to pay right then and there. But if you choose a refundable flight, like this one right here, then that's going to make it to where you can go in and have a few days to pay the deposit. So I'm going to choose this. But if I choose this, it will not work in this scenario. Okay, I just want to make sure that's clear because I messed that up the first time I ever did it and it drove me crazy. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. It was me. All right, now the return flights, I'm actually going to change these because I want them to kind of mimic the other ones, and they're leaving like around the morning time. So we're going to have everybody else leave in the morning time too. Or not. Oh, there it is. Non-refundable, we don't want that. We want this one. So they're all leaving around the same time. It should match. It's going to mimic the exact flight from the first reservation I did. So now we're going to go in and hit checkout. It's not going to actually check me out, but it will bring me to the checkout screen. When we're in here, it's going to give me the option to add insurance, but I want to tell you something about how the insurance works when it comes to this scenario. So since we're adding things to the cart, it's only going to let me add insurance to whatever I'm putting in this current cart. So it's going to add the insurance just to the flights. And then if I add insurance again, it'll add insurance to those flights. And then when I go in and do the hotel, it's going to prompt me for insurance again. That will cover just the hotel. So you can see how that can get pretty pricey, right? Normally, that's not how it works in Vax. Vax will normally go in and it will let you, price it all together. But since it's adding it to a cart, it's just attaching it one by one. So my best suggestion in this scenario would be honestly to use Tin Lake Insurance. So you can just do the entire reservation and then get a quote for it. You also get 18% commission. So why wouldn't you do that? But I'm going to go in and decline it if you want to set it up, however, but just keep in mind it only attaches to one thing at a time. So we are going to put in some fake information here. Go away. We did Bob in the last one. I always do Bob and then Bob. We're going to do some random dates. Yeah. Oh, 85. Yeah. All right. Well, depends on who you ask. All right. And then I'm going to put some random numbers in here. Yep. Perfect. And we're going to leave that alone. And you can go in if you have their passport information, but this is fake, right? And then you're going to see how it says the total of the flight is $917, and the deposit due is going to be tomorrow for $250. So this will let me move on. So we shall leave that alone. Yep, I have read everything. Complete booking. Now, this will not actually check me out. What it's going to do is bring it to a cart where I can go in and actually add more things to it. So let's wait for it to load. It does take a few minutes to kind of get in there. So you do have to be patient, but you have to really think about it. Like Vax is doing a lot. Vax has the capability to really just kind of rock the travel world when it comes to deposits, because most people will be like, I can't do this because I can't afford it. Here you can, right? So now we have the first initial flight set up. I'm going to go in and actually screenshot this because I'm going to add it to my flyers. I recommend screenshotting it every time you go because it's very easy to lose the flight times, and then you don't want to have to start over, and you can't go back once you're inside a new reservation. So screenshot this. I'm the screenshot queen over here. Anything that I can screenshot, I shall. Here we go. Copy it. You can't see this, but I'm copying. And then I'm going to go in, and this is the second one. So this is technically reservation 2. And we're going to do one flight departing from IAH. This is technically the same one, but just for this reference, I'm just going to paste the new one in here. And where did it go? There it is. Now I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller because we're going to do 3 flights total. So I'm going to have to move some of this up. And oh no, I'm fixing the wrong one. Hold on, guys. Not cool. That was my first one. Go back. All right. Okay, now we're back to where we were. So one flight departing. Yep. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. We're going to put it here, get rid of that, paste that in. Also make that a little bit smaller too. It's going to be a little hard to read, but they're asking for a lot in one booking, so that's just cool. I'm also going to edit all of this and make it look way prettier, but for right now I'm just building the important parts. This is at 20, this is at 12, so I'm just going to not delete it, but I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'll build another one. Get rid of this, get rid of that, and then we'll build one here, and then we'll duplicate again, and we'll build another one here. So they're going to be kind of stacked on top of each other, but I can just move all of this down. It's not a problem. So Oh, this is locked. I cannot move this right now. I'll move that in a little bit. But let's go on and find the next flight because that's why we're really here. So now we have it set up. It has a reservation. You can see it says this package requires a hotel. And then you're going to see the option on the right that says add party. This is how we add another flight, the hotels, etc. Every time you're doing it, you're adding a party, but it's going to have the total reservation for you. So you can actually go in there and make the payments, etc. And it's going to update the deposit as we go, as we add more stuff. So let's hit add party. Now you can technically change any of this stuff. You can come in here and search for certain things. I'm going to leave all of this as it is, but I am going to change the departure to MSY, which is New Orleans. And then we have, it's going to the same place. There's only one adult, so make sure you change that and then hit search. And it's going to do the same thing as it does before. It's going to pull up basically like a cart, and we're going to go in and do the flights, etc. It's going to do it all over again. So we'll wait for that to load. You know, Vax, she likes to take her time while she's doing her massive searches. So while it's working on that, I'm going to move this stuff down. So you guys know I like to lock my stuff. So we are locking things, and that is why it's not moving. So I'm going to move this now. Put this here, and then we'll move it like that. And then I'll do the same thing. Move my leaf down. Put that guy there. That way, I have more room to post about the flights, since the flights are kind of the main deal here when it comes to the scenario. This should have resort credits still, so we'll leave that there. And the nice part is that they're all going to like the same place, right? So all I'm really quoting is the prices, and then the rooms and all of that stay the same. So we got pretty lucky on that part, and that makes it easier on you guys too. But you just need to kind of give yourself some room to build out everything else. All right, now it's where it's supposed to go. Let's go here now. Here's our cart. We're starting over again. Outbound flights. Now, this one is going to be a little bit different, but we have to remember that they don't even have a straight flight. So fun. We're going to find the one with the shortest time, but yet the best price too. So the other one's about $900, so I'll keep it around there. And they need to arrive around 12:54. That's a 6-hour flight, 7-hour. Oof. Okay, 4 hours. We can handle that. Too late though. Still too late. Way too late. You know what? Let's do arrival time. Let's do afternoon. That'll help me a lot. We're not definitely doing any of Spirit. That also helps me. Okay. So can't do non-refundable. Departure time. We'll do morning. Okay. The filter is about as much as I can filter. So let me scroll more. 7 hours, 6. Give me like 4 or 3 at least. I don't like having my clients on a plane for a long time. Like, I also am doing the time around the check-in. Like, I know it's a little bit early, but by the time they get to like, oh, that's going to be probably, no, that's a little too far. By the time they get, into the vehicle, by the time they get everything set up, this is perfect. It's 6 hours, but they'll arrive at the same time. How long is this one? Oh, let's do this one. They arrive a little bit early. They arrive at 12:54. They arrive at 12:05. That's fine. Don't click non-refundable, remember, because it won't let me choose the deposit date like further out. So we'll do this one here. Plus, you want to give them like baggage and stuff, and the main cabin will give them baggage. All right. Now, the flight time is leaving at 8:59. That's actually really good because this one's leaving at 8:39. So that's perfect. All right. So there's the next flights set up. Cool. Let's check out. Okay. Once again, we're going to decline that. And we're going to name this person George. Hey, George. Bobby. Georgie Bob. Uh-huh. September. Uh-huh. 30th. Whoop. We're going to make him a little old. Okay. He's the same age. That's fine. Male. All right. Leave blank. Leave blank. Leave that blank. You can select their seat assignments on some of these. You see where it says deposit? You see how it's going up? It was 250. Now it's 500. And as I add it, it's going to add in the deposit too. Then you can see there is Bobby Bob's flight. There's the flight now that we're doing for the new one. It's adding the total here. So it's building it out for us. Yay. Don't need any of that. I have read and confirm. Aren't these fun? But I can't wait to show it to the client. I told her, I said, and you better tell your client as well. I said, listen, I'm going to give you an amazing quote that you're not going to find anywhere else because you can't do this on your own. But that's the advantage of having me. I don't charge any fees. The commission's already tacked into the trip, regardless of who you book with. So I am a free service to you. But the best thing I'm going to do for you is put it all together so you guys have a small deposit and it's all divided equally and you're just making payments. Oh, I'm so excited, right? Perfect. All right, so here's the next flights. These are a little bit longer for me to screenshot, so that's going to be exciting. Okay, now we're going to continue. But first, before we continue, let me screenshot because I won't be able to come back. Well, I can at the end, but that's just even more loading, right? All right, copy that. Done. And then we're going to have to make it small. And come up like that. Nope, 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 nope. Can't do that. I'll probably put that guy in the middle since he's a little bit more complicated. All right, and then we're going to change this to MSY so I don't get lost. And then we have one more, and I'm still going to have to move this stuff down even more, but I will do that in a little bit. You don't have to watch all of that, right? So let's go in and add the last flight. And it's already built. It's already set up. Now you can see both parties are here. I can click over to either itineraries, but we're going to go in and do add party. This time it's going to be from IAD, Cancun, one adult, and search. It's going to do the same thing again, where it's going to pull up the cart, which is fine. Then we're going to go in and do like the outbound flights all over again. And you can do this up to 8 times technically. And as well, you can do more than one hotel if you need to. You just have to either book like the 2 hotels together, like 2 rooms, or do one after another. All right, outbound flights. Same scenario. We do have some non-stop, so I'm going to click on those. Let them load for a second. All right, non-stop. They arrive at 12:20. That's perfect. We cannot do the non-refundable, so we have to hit select. Their flight's a little bit more expensive, huh? And that technically means they have to share it all. But you know what? I think as a friend group, if we're all paying equally, I think that's pretty cool. So that's how we can do it. Right? We do have 2 non-stops for the return. I'm looking for a morning one. They do not have a morning one, so I'm going to unstop that, hit 1 stop. Departure time will be in the morning. So, that's a long flight. So is that one. What about afternoon? Unfortunately, they're just going to have to take that flight. because that's just so much later. Oh yeah. All right. So we're gonna give them this one that departs that way, or let me see that nonstop. They might just get to leave the hotel a little bit later because that's just so much better, right? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I'd rather put them on a 3-hour flight than have them all leave at the same time. All right, so there's those flights. Now, I honestly, if you want, screenshot it here too, okay? Because it looks way better here than what we were doing over there, right? So I'm gonna probably come in here, and it might look different now, but I need it to all fit. So I'm gonna take this. We're gonna take this just like this. I'm gonna hit Command Copy. Make sure I got it in there. Go away. Yeah, and then I'm gonna make it smaller so it'll fit. Looks a little funny. I might not do that. Let's see. We'll continue. But if I were to start out again, I probably would do it that way. But we're really deep in this now, right? So we're checking out again. We're going to go back to the checkout screen. And even if you separated it like this, you can technically make them pay all separate things. You know that? Like one person pays for their own flight, the other one pays for that flight. Declining travel protection. Today we're going to do Rachel. All right. Oh, didn't spell that right. Bob. But you can technically go, okay, this is how much the entitled room is, and then here's the flights, like, you know, and you could separate it that way too if you wanted. But for me, I'm just gonna set it up like this. Like we're just gonna go like this. There's the deposit. It went up another $250 because we added something else, right? Then it has all of the parties, the total price here. There it is, perfect. Okay, leave all of this blank. Oh, keep going and complete. Confirm passenger. Right. Da, 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 da. Okay, now we have all the flights in there. Let's go add the last one, which is going to be the actual resort. Now we have here, you can leave that alone, that doesn't matter, but we need to add 3 adults in this scenario. Open that hotel part and then hit search. That's letting it know, okay, she's actually looking for the resort now. Oof. We love this. Like half my recording is going to be me waiting for Vax. I always just like try to give her grace because she's all right. So hotels. Da, da, da. We should have background music. All right. So they're going to stay at the Royalton, but they also for the other one too. So I'm going to give them a quote for both, and I will show you how. This is the resort. That is the room that they already have. So we are good there. I'm going to select. Now, when I hit select and I'm going to go check out, I can technically check all the way out and get the booking set up. But in my scenario, I need to actually get the information before I go all the way through the checkout. So what I would do is click checkout, and then as it loads, I'm going to get to that bottom screen where it tells me like the deposit, etc. And before I hit confirm, I'm going to switch out the hotel and get the other price. And then if I want to confirm it, I can. I'm just quoting, so I probably won't confirm today. But perfect. that has a transportation already. Perfect. It has it for 3 people. If you want them to take separate transfers, like they don't want to ride together, you can add it individually as well, and it will order them 3 transfers. This one will be shared. Decline travel protection unless you want to add it. And then now we have to go in and put all their names. Oh, I spelled Bob's name wrong. It's okay. Oh, wait. Well, I'm just getting excited here now. Now I'm just typing stuff. This was Bobby, right? Bob. And then Rachel. Bob. All right. Flight information. You technically can put their flights in, but I'm going to click I don't have it. After you look all that, you do want to add that because that's how the transfer knows when to arrive. So don't leave that part out, but I'm going to leave that out for today. Now I'm at the bottom part. So here is the deposit information. I'm going to click refresh just to make sure it's accurate. But now I can get my pricing for the actual quote without going all the way down. So give it 1 minute while it's updating. Right. So that's the deposit. So I'm going to take the $1,050, divide that by 3 people. The deposit is $350 per person, which I already have. Oh, no, it's actually a little bit more. I had $325 there. And then the total per person, this is the total price right here, full reservation. So we're going to have 6259.77. I think I just rounded up here. So I'm going to do 6260 because that's too complicated. And then we're going to divide that by 3 people, and it's going to come out to $2,086 per person. Now, could I technically do this differently? Absolutely. You can go in there and do it per reservation and do like the flight and all of that. That's how much this person would be paying. You know, it's okay. I'm not doing all that. But I'm going to tell them why it's like this is going to cost differently because these people here are coming from the same places. So the flights are repetitive at the same price. These are a little bit different because they're coming from all different locations, but it's all under one reservation, right? So there's that one. That one's done. Now let me come over here and then I can go back up here and click change hotel because I didn't check out yet. And then I'm going to select the different hotel. So I can quote multiple hotels and have the same flights throughout the transaction. Pretty cool, right? Look, this is why I'm showing you guys. Man, let me tell you, Vax is where it's at. Vax is the secret sauce that we don't talk about, but it's the secret sauce. That's what makes us cool as, travel advisors. So Rio, Cancun is the other one they want. This isn't the right room though, so we'll go in there and change it out. I saw the 350 credit, so I'll leave that one for the other resort, but the Rio Cancun doesn't have the thing. Let me see. They have a 2-bedroom ocean view on here. Maybe because they don't need a 2-bedroom ocean view because it's only 3 people. So let me check the rooms real quick. You can check it by just clicking on the hotel itself, and then it will populate the rooms that are available. And it was offering me that bigger room because I had 4 people, but this one can hold like 2 or 3 adults. So it can only hold 2 adults. So I don't know why it's offering me that. It should give me the 3. And I know we have 3 people in here. Let me make sure. Yep, base price is 3. Okay. So I'm going to do the Junior Suite Ocean View instead. I know it's going to cost them a little bit more, but the Rio is actually cheaper, so that's fine. Now, is it going to let me do that? Oh yeah, it's just slow. Okay, I thought it was going to freak out on me. All right, there we go. Junior Suite Ocean View. So I'm going to update that here. Instead of the 2-bedroom. Junior Suite Ocean View. And then we got the updated price. So we're going to hit checkout again. It also has the transfers included into it. But you can see it's significantly cheaper. But I think the Royalton's like a luxurious resort. That's why she wanted me to price compare because it's for like a birthday party, I think. So you're going to see what your friends can afford too. There's the insurance declined. There we go. So we're back down to the total price. The deposit is the same, so I will actually go and update this to where it's $350 per person. And then I'm going to take that total price again, which is the 5,200, 5,205. I'm not worried about 10 cents. And then let's divide that by 3 people. So 1735 per person. They're probably going to go with this one, right? We like cheaper prices. And I got to get rid of this. This is for something else. So I would delete that. But that's how you do it, guys. That's it. And then if I wanted to go in and like finish it all the way through, I can. The deposit is not going to be due till tomorrow. So that's fine. And then the full reservation is due a month before. So I'm definitely going to put that in there, that the full reservation is due a month before they leave. So that's cool. We like that. But that's all you have to do. So I think that's pretty cool, right? So there's a few things you can do in VAX. This right here is the multi air origin with a shared hotel. You can also do multiple destinations in there, but that's for a whole nother training, right? But you can also do people leaving from the same place, but having multiple destinations built in where they're flying different places, etc. You can do that in VAX. You can do regular bookings in VAX. If you do just hotels, the hotel deposit's normally like $50, so they like that. Flights, as long as it's a refundable flight, you can do deposits on that too. So don't forget about VAX and all of the amazing vendors that are tacked into it. But that's all I have for you guys today. This is what I'm working on. It's going to be a good booking. It has a good commission in it. So don't be afraid of them. You can do them as well. Yeah, I hope it helps. I will see you guys tomorrow on my live training. Y'all have a good night.